We are on quest number 217 out of 277, so there's not much left to go at this point. But yeah, we're going to be going all the way to the end of the solar arc today. That is the plan.
Spellbinder, the fifth column continues to make great progress, though the loyalist resistance is strong. Ezekiel sent you. Zelda and I were just discussing him. We think he should replace Zorak on the Troika Council. You wish to restore the fountains of the land. Baelor ordered them shut off as another sign of our objection. Zelda the Phantom Knight knows more about how to restore them. Ask her.
Greetings, Spellbinder. Nadeza and I have become critical leaders in the rebellion. I'm not sure I should thank you, but at least it keeps things interesting. You need to restore the fountains of the land. The first is the Walking Flower Fount, devoted to the growing season. I believe Warlord Baelor had the Night Feeders remove the fountain's gears. If you challenge the Night Feeders, I'm sure they will give up the gears. Then you can restore the Walking Flower Fount.
You manage to find a panel that opens to reveal simple but cunning gears and levers. You delicately replace the gears, and voila! You meditate on the movements and rotations, symbolizing life and vibrancy, and it makes you feel invigorated.
I'm glad to hear you were successful. The charred leaf fount represents the dying time. Leaves dry and crumble and turn to ash. Much like the dreams of the Shadow Queen, yes? I'm sure you can rekindle the eternal flame with an ounce of your magic. The trick will be to lead an offensive against the raptorial sentries to drive them back so they don't interfere with you.
You meditate upon the flame for a time, feeling much of your anxiety burn away. You take a handful of charred leaves for luck. You conjure up a wisp of mana, and it gets sucked up greedily by the fountain. A moment later, it bursts into a small flame.
Did it work? Ah, yes. I can sense the smoky aura around you. The third of the sacred fountains is known as the Black Roller Fount. However, I have no idea how to empower it. Fortunately, one of our allies in the fifth column moved into the Tower of Pale Beauty after you ousted Drepa Hooktip. Find Simone Randomwing and ask her about the Black Roller Fount.
Spellbinder, I was hoping I would get the chance to meet you. I have heard much of your comings and goings, the wondrous things you must have seen over your journey. Amazing. But I realize you have little time. You need to empower the Black Roller Fount? Why, certainly. Take this miniature sand devil and release it in the Fount's bowl. After the restoration is complete, inform Ezekiel. You are preparing for the Kondha Desert. Once you enter those bad lands, search for my sister, Logan's Spiral Glider. She will aid you.
You release the little sand devil into the polished stone bowl, and it immediately kicks up a miniature twister of a storm. You meditate on the frenetic energy and the powerful forces writ small, and reflect upon how chaos is needed to change the world.
I heard you restored all 3 fountains of the land. While you were attending to the founts, I was researching more of the ancient chronicles. They imply, once the lands of Mantis and Burrower are renewed and the sun's light made manifest, only then will the way through shadow be revealed. Although one could translate renew as bridge. To be safe, Nadeza, Zelda, and I want you to go back to Bastion. Tell Zaltana we want her to be the official ambassador from Zatake Zengziyun to Bastion. Give her this badge.
Spellbinder? I did not expect to see you so soon. How fare things in my homeland? The news you bring is bittersweet, but still full of hope. I am pleased Zarozinia helped you oust the Shadow Queen's warlord. Zarozinia will be a good ally to the Troika Council, and with luck they will re-establish control over the city soon. Now, why have you returned? To promote me to ambassador? Thank you for the honor, I think. King Piot should hear of your progress. Report to him before you return to Ezekiel the Lucent in the city of Sardonyx.
One more campaign, getting our goat back.
Spellbinder, we had not heard word for some time now. and we were growing concerned. How do you fare? The city of Sardonyx is in revolt? I never imagined I would see this day. And thank you for building this bridge between us. You will return immediately. However, I am sending an ally to guide you through the alien ways of the Hopper tribes. Divin Whiteheart was worried about you, and wanted to make sure he could help you in your final struggles against the Shadow.
I am ready to see the edge of the world.
Where are you?
Were you successful? Good, good. Oh, who is this?
Greetings, friend Mantis. I am Divin Whiteheart, sworn sword of King Pyat Morningsword of Bastion.
You are prepared for the Kondha Desert, a harsh and tormented land still very much in the grip of the Shadow Queen. Heed the words of the priestess Simone and search for the moth, Logan's spiral glider in the House of the Saturnid. Good luck to you, Spellbinder, and to you, Samhouse.
Who comes here to the House of the Saturnid? My sister, Simone Randomwing, sent sign to expect you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The desert leads to the spiked jaws of the atramental gate of the Hive, but also spirals away into the deep desert. Somewhere out there is the Valley of the Dark Sun and the Solar Arc. A desert hopper could guide you through that hostile land. Hoppers often raid Camp Arrowweed and Umbra Hall. Search there for Hopper sign. Perhaps you can think like a mouse.
What's that supposed to mean? In any regard, I just hope these hoppers aren't savage meat-eaters, as the tales say.
Yeah, I won't lie to y'all, I do like the old Devon sign more. But, you know, I can't hate.
These tracks certainly don't look like Mantis feet. Most likely hopper sign. Let's follow them.
Fleshling, you caught. Soon you become food.
Turn, Shadow Spawn, and face the light.
I wither.
I will die another day. Thank you, Burrower and Burrow Mouse friend. These dark sun beasts baited their trap with fouled food and were waiting to ambush me. Time to give ground. If not for you, those brutes would have had my skin. I owe you a life debt.
Can you guide us to the Solar Arc in the Valley of the Dark Sun?
The Solar Arc. That lies in the unknown, deep, deep desert, farther than I've ever hopped. But the Elders know hush-hush lore. Yet I cannot rejoin Sandstone Village until I hunt and catch some comestibles. Can you help? If we strike with bared teeth at the long shadow mantises around Camp Arrowweed, we can hunt and catch their comestibles.
I think I understand, though I don't know what to feel about you wanting to eat Umbra food.
So just so we're clear... Okay, can I equip my pet? There we go. So just so we're clear, I now have all this extra resist. And, like, look, I could have 90 global resist if my pet had Defy right now. 91, actually, with 94 to Storm and Death. That is nuts.
They run from our bared teeth. Hunt and catch as many comestibles as you can carry. We have enough to feed Sandstone Village now.
What are these, comestibles made of? Not some kind of meat, is it?
You are a funny creature, Burrow Knight. Quick, quick, back to Sandstone Village. The path appears to die miserably ahead, but I'll show you the hush-hush way through.
Which basically just consists of clipping through the wall, which I'm all for.
We are into the true desert now, where the hoppers live, and other beasts of nasty habits. Raise your eyes to watch the Sandstone Village. We will die another day, friends. Hoppers are nomadic. We hop through the desert to hide from the fire gaze of the Shadow Queen. We have battled her for generations, since she burned down the Kondha forest and turned it into this sandy waste. It is time you met our wise ones, the Elders. Presta the Blazing Wind, Edwin the Arcane Architect, and Saul the One Who Knows.
Ah, a Spellbinder. Young Balthy says you do not hop in the shadow.
We battle the shadow with every breath.
Be quiet, calm, Burrower friend. There was no intention to boil your blood. But the Shadow Queen has strange allies in these dark days. Hoppers know her moves by the motion of the Hive. He was quiet calm for many months, but now is buzz more than in memory.
Greetings, Spellbinder. They say the Shadow Queen was once a Spellbinder. A wizard.
The Spellbinder is the Lightbringer. Nothing like the Shadow Queen.
As you say, the astral relics were built 1,000 years ago, when the world was newborn and blind. The Shadow Queen came to the Kondha forest to steal the secrets of the Solar Arc. For the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. Do you have the heart fire to learn its secrets and triumph over her? What will the world look like if you fall?
Spellbinder, we are Saul, the one who knows. We, not once. It is how the soul can speak as you do. The soul teaches all hoppers scent on the long hop. You met Steve Quicksand? That brightens the day's gloom. And Bothy says his freedom was your work. You have helped us. However, we cannot help a stranger find the Solar Ark. Thus, you must become one of our tribe. Our ritual drink, Sir Holden, must be fixed before the village opens her arms. Search deep desert to find one hop of horned limes.
Wait, how many horned limes are in a hop?
A short hop will suffice. The soul minds you to be watchful of thorns.
That's not any more helpful.
Carry up of horned limes to Presta, the blazing wind, to fix Sir Holden drink.
The spellbinder returns. The scent of horned limes came first, and then your faces followed. Sir Alden begins with horned lime, but where does it end? Joshua trees, gnarled, twisted arms, bear seeds golden and fragrant. Joshua trees are rare, but common killers carry seeds for trade. Duel them for their Joshua seeds, spellbinder.
This sounds very much like my kind of mission. Ki for Bastion!
Maybe try not to shout so much. Once you have the Joshua seeds, bring them all to Edwin the Arcane Architect.
What luck! Joshua seeds, golden and fragrant. Saul, the one who knows, says we must fix Sir Alden drink. It is a true honor, reserved for hoppers coming of age. Sir Alden must have powdered jasper. Saul, the one who knows, can grind the jasper up. The deep desert is home to deathstalkers, who use jasper for decorative bands. Get some, and bring it to Saul, the one who knows.
Let the Saul tribe Barrow speak. Now, it is time for us to make the Sir Alden drink. Drink deep of the Sir Alden. Saul, the one who knows, made enough for two. Barrow Knight, do not be shy.
Ugh. By Bastion, I feel like I've been brought back from the dead.
Speak to the elders to accept their head blessings.
Presta warns you to be wary of power too easily gotten. The Arachna who took the Shadow Queen's side without thought are lost in darkness. Take my warning as your head blessing.
The legends that grow behind you are vast. Edwin the Arcane Architect hopes they do not stack up your confidence too high. That said and heard, you have done bright work in restoring the Eclipse Tower and Radiance Reborn. If you also restore the Solar Ark to the
Nope, don't care. Didn't ask.
Saul, the one who knows, welcomes you into Hopper tribe. Saul, the one who knows, grocks the Solar Ark. The heliotrope key must be had to open it. It is a powerful, mystical, hidden key. The key is in a hush-hush place. Listen close. Bloodstone Cave. Last we checked, Bloodstone Cave was empty.
It's not going to be empty, is it? Look, I knew it wasn't going to be empty.
Soft blood comes through door. Gut and smoke for later.
Ah, cannibal mice! Ki!
Have no key! Run away!
If we are lucky, they won't have found it yet.
Unfortunately, I have a big yellow arrow pointing directly towards it, so we good.
You search the Bloodstone Cave carefully. Aha! Under a loose rock, you find the sparkling heliotrope key.
Big dubs, indeed. Love that.
Ah, the heliotrope key. Beaut. Someone was living in Bloodstone Cave. Not so good. Listen, the Spellbinder was led to the Solar Ark by the Spider Magi. For where the sun is brightest, the shadows are darkest. Once she grokked all there was, she burned down the Kondha forest and sealed off the Solar Ark. The Solar Ark lies in a hush-hush pass, the Valley of the dark sun. But the deep desert is too dangerous for hoppers. The Order of the Beast tribes grok it well. You must find the tribal barbarians and convince them to help you.
Those were the cannibal mice that just tried to eat us.
No, not cannibals. They don't eat each other, just everything else. A great shame you fought. Do your best. Try not to be...
I don't know how well this is going to go over. Do they look hungry to you?
Shortblood, you want our help? We give you teeth. Speak to Queen. Find her at Big Water.
This doesn't look good at all. The water appears putrid. And smells worse. I can't see how even those barbarians drink here. Let's search for sign. Aha! Tracks lead off that way. After them. Tracks lead into that tent. The biggest one, of course. I hope they're friendly.
Kamate! Kamate! Kaora! Kaora! Who dares the sharp teeth of Queen Jedi? I sniffed your sweat stench from 100 paces. I'll cut you into bug food.
Good.
By a spellslinger and a tame mouse. Take me out beneath the dark sun sky, away from the place of my defeat. Why do you still harrow me, foul spellslingers?
Spellbinders. Spellbinder.
You beg the help of Sonya Jedi, Queen of the Orders of the Beast? We are fierce as fire beetles, as dragons, as tigrons. We will never serve you. But you are capable. We would trade a favor for a favor. The big water hole is poisoned by a creeping water bug. Show him sharp teeth and chase him out to save Big Water.
Tender meat.
Okay, sure.
Why is everyone so focused on food in these parts?
That's what I'm saying.
I think you broke my rostrum.
Yeah, good riddance.
Were you chased out by the creeping water bug?
Not in the least. Big Water is yours again.
I grow light-hearted by your victory over the creeping water bug. Big Water is ours again, but the foul stench remains. There is one more task to finish before I owe my favor. Go to Treebeard Cave and round up some desert aloe.
Let me guess. The Treebeards are as friendly and joyful as you, yes?
Once you have rounded up the desert aloe from the desiccated Treebeards, use it to purify Big Water.
You come with spells of fire and ice. Biting, scratching, hacking, burning.
Interesting soundtrack for when we walked in.
I splinter and return to the sand.
I am wide-eyed by your competence. With big water lush once more, my people have clean drinking water. The dark sun shines upon us. A favor for a favor, as we blood vowed. My people will still bear their teeth, but we owe you the knowledge you seek.
Her people will probably still try to eat us.
The Valley of the Dark Sun is not far, but the whirling sand devils block the path. They can tear the flesh from your bones. But give the sand devils this, my token, and they will part for you.
As you approach the sand devils, the wind picks up. It slashes at your eyes and face and catches in your clothes. You hold up the token Queen Sonia Jade gave you, pushing against the wind. Slowly, almost grudgingly, the sand devils vanish.
We made it! By Bastion, we made it! The journey has been long and fraught with peril, but it has been my honor to walk this far with you. Or hop, if you like. The Solar Ark is a place for spellbinders, however, not humble knights like myself. Venture forth and learn what you must know. Wherever the path takes you, know that we are fast friends. Forever. Good luck, Spellbinder.
Bye, Dibum. I'm gonna miss you. This is so sad.
As you enter this ancient structure, you feel your skin tingle, and your breath feels light. Suddenly, you see a familiar face before you.
Greetings, Wizard. It is my esteemed honor to speak with you in this place of power. The Solar Ark is the last great relic of astral magic in Chrysalis, and the last to still languish under the shadow. Each school of magic is represented here, and you must acquire a lens from each to complete the Solar Ark. Begin by entering the Chamber of the Sunstorm and winning the Storm Lens.
I will rattle your bones with the thunder and burn your flesh with the lightning!
Okay. Pack it up.
You take the storm lens and place it in the apparatus. There is a clank of heavy metal and a rocking and rolling of gears.
Bruh. Daphne was hitting that yonky splunky for a moment there.
The sun beats at the heart of the spiral, driving the clouds of storm whose shadows race along the ground. Morganth raced ahead of the light, plunging into darkness without a guide. The Chamber of Life-Giving Sun is next. You must gain the Life Lens. Prepare your mind.
A wizard? It has been a lifetime since another worthy one stepped foot in these halls. The solar arc has been too long dormant. I am pleased you wish to resuscitate it. It will bring more travelers here. My gift, then, the life lens.
You take the life lens and place it in the apparatus. There is a heavy clank of metal and a whirring of gears.
Not all of the Guardian creatures require a battle, and not all are necessarily what they seem. The Life School does symbolize healing and warmth, but it also represents the predatory side of nature. Fire is the next school you must negotiate with. Enter the Chamber of Sunfire and face heat and light made manifest.
The sun's fire has too long been shackled and dimmed by shadow. But if you are to be a champion of sun, I must test your mettle. Defend yourself, wizard, or be reduced to ash! Wizard. 'Twas my duty to ensure you had enough strength to reach the Shadow Palace. Take the fire lens with my blessing.
Luckily, the fire lens doesn't seem scorched. You put it in place and hear the expected clank of metal and whirring gears.
Sun and fire are deeply intertwined, of course. But all magic touches one another, even shadow. Especially shadow, which ties them all together. Morganth's focus at Ravenwood was the Death School. She excelled, though she never surpassed her teacher, Malistaire Drake. When she was expelled from Ravenwood, she sought any and all forms of magic she could study. But she was always fascinated by death. Enter the chamber of the Underworld Sun and retrieve the Death Lens.
Wizard, why does my form surprise you? It is true, there are few of my kind among the spiral, and even less now. Such is the power of death, a natural, a vital part of the spiral. If things did not die, how could anything new be born? The chamber of the Underworld Sun is a place of power. It is here the Shadow Queen learned about the Lords of Night. And here she learned how the Black Sun priestesses could bring Malistaire out of the Underworld and the power of Xibalba. There is little I can teach you, but take this Death Lens and use it to advance your knowledge of sun and shadow.
You take the Death Lens gingerly and restore it to its place.
As I surmised, this is where Morganth learned to build her web. The cold winter's sun can be a welcome sight or a deceptive trap. It can be blindingly beautiful, glinting on ice and snow. Or it can trap you in a world of heartbreak and frozen spirits. enter the chamber of the frozen sun for the ice lens.
Wizard, the wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. I can't keep it in. The spiral knows I've tried. I don't care what you're gonna say. I'ma let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Bro.
Funny how some distance makes everything seem small. This ice lens... Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go.
The ice lens is freezing cold. You wipe off a thin sheet of frost and place it in the apparatus.
Most harmonious work, Wizard. The old stories give Myth School much of its power. The mythic sun is a far-seeing eye, able to see the truth in these tales. Enter the eye of the sun chamber and gain the myth lens.
Jambo, mighty wizard. When this solar ark was built 1,000 years ago, it was intended for burrower and arachna alike. The burrowers were drawn to the astral relics, while the arachna huddled in their hive and listened to dark whispers. The burrowers held the astral relics for so long they assumed they were the natural and eternal owners, until they were displaced. But in truth, any student of magic is welcome here. It is a shame no one has studied here in so long. Perhaps you can fix this. Please, take the myth lens from me and use it wisely.
You take the myth lens and place it in the apparatus. The motion of the machine is getting louder.
Is an Azteca gear drop? I don't know if it was a rub that has Guardian Spirit as an item card. Interesting.
Ah, the myth lens. Your task is nearly complete. The final lens you require is the balance lens. Enter the Chamber of Solar Justice and recover the balance lens.
Wizard, this is balance. This is the light of judgment. This is the gateway. Take balance lens. Activate solar arc. Enter shadow.
You take the balance lens and place it in the apparatus. There is a heavy clank of metal and a whirring of gears. And then the whole building shakes with a great roar, and you feel power coursing through the walls and floor.
You have done well, Wizard. By activating the solar arc, you have created a portal to the last school, shadow magic. Enter the Chamber of the Sun's shadow and find the guardian of this place. You will need her to complete the restoration.
I am trapped in the Shadow Queen's web, languishing in pain and forced to follow her instructions. You are far from the sun's light, wizard. You shall be trapped, cold, weak in the shadow evermore. Queen, my punishment will be terrible!
Spellbinder, if you do one good thing, take our mistress, Elana Darksun, back into the sun. Do it before the Shadow Queen's minions arrive!
Too late!
Too late indeed. The Shadow Queen welcomes you, wizard, to the Solar Ark, a fitting tomb for you and your broken dreams. I am Santa Muerte, and I will weep bloody tears in your memory. Cannot be! My deck is scattered and my feathers are broken. I must flee to stand on one leg in shame.
Please, Spellbinder, help me see the sun. The sun's light has burned away my fears and weakness. I feel my strength returning.
A hard-fought battle, wizard, but the reward is great. You have restored the Solar Ark and rescued the relic's guardian from the web of shadow. Speak to Elana Darksun now to see how she fares.
Morganth broke this place of purpose when the Spider Magi brought her here. Shadow magic was not to be touched, but they did not care. By using sun magic to open the path to shadow, Morganth inadvertently taught me much, and now it is my place to train you. The second type of shadow magic is the art of summoning shadow creatures. When summoned, each kind will respond in its own way. Shadow creatures aid you as they gather their strength. Then, when the time is right, they unleash their magic at your foes. There are many kinds of shadow creatures, of course, but I will start by teaching you the one I think is most suited to you. My thanks to you, Spellbinder. You have walked in shadow and back again, tethered by your spirit of light. Your path now goes straight through the Atramental Gate and into the mouth of the Hive. The Emperor will show you your way. Be wary, for the heart of shadow beats throughout the Hive, but that is the only route to reach the Shadow Palace.
Your command of all magic is daunting, wizard. Use these new techniques wisely. The Hive is the heart, mind, and soul of the Arachna Kingdom. It is a place of dark magic and cruel poisons. It is not the place for your friend Divim Whiteheart. His courage is without measure, but this is a task for wizards, yes? Use this portal to take you to the Atramental Gate. Diego is waiting for you, and I will ensure Divim Whiteheart returns to Bastion to continue his good work there. Be safe, wizard.
Well, alright. How about it?
Hello, wizard. I can see the weight of the spiral weighs heavily upon you. Take heart. You are stronger than you suspect. The Hive is a dark and twisted maze. Shrines to pain and cruelty, and estates built on the blood and tears of the weak. I do not like to call a culture evil, but there is little good or kind in this spider Arachna. The darkness is so strong, however, that we of the Council of Light cannot follow you in. You must walk this path without us. Head through the Atramental Gate and search for a road to the Shadow Palace. Defeat the guards and find one who can help you.
Well, that will be saved for episode 19, next episode, which will be the final stream of the 3rd season. We are coming to a close here in Chrysalis. I could not be happier. I love this world, but I am always so glad when it's over. Just guys, it's like, after this, you really hit the home stretch of the game, so that's where we're going to end it today. So, I want to thank all of y'all for coming through and watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. I am going to go get myself some canes, and I will see y'all later.